So we continue this on the lower floor of the barracks, I guess, the place of the cadre, the people who keep the peace and lay down the law on the floating island that you call home. And this generally results in problems. They're quite nasty, these people. They tend towards extreme violence. They are not particularly tactful, but also you've learned they are supported by magic, which might account for some of the more strange behaviours that you've witnessed. Yeah, so here you are. Let me get the oh, and before we do that, let me see. I've got a calendar to do very quickly. The button's not worked. We've only got 2 games left in this season. We have this month rather. So if you tune in next week, you won't see more D&D. You'll see 2 different games. The One Ring on the Friday, and Android on the Saturday, and they're part of an ongoing campaign that I've been running. But join in, jump in, see what's going on. If you like what's happening there, then you'll be able to catch up on everything else on our YouTubes and on Twitch VODs as well. And you can follow all our goings on and shenanigans via the Twitter and Discord as well. So there we go. We will jump in to this, which should be the position that we last left off. We had some interesting events. You managed to dispatch an animated suit of armour that seemed somehow linked to the cadre soldiers, and you managed to dispatch them. A large area of vines was placed, both from the centre around Garoth. Is that still there, Garoth? Do you still have that feature? Are you still like protruding vines, leaves, ivy, all manner of vegetation from your feet, or has that dissipated?
It lasts as long as the rage lasts. And since I've just had a turn with no combat, it should be going away now. Okay,
so that's good. And our druid, Panrin, did you release the vines that were placed? Is that something that you've done?
They last up to a minute, so I'm not sure if a minute's already passed since I did.
Okay. Okay then. Well, let's just say it hasn't, and you've just finished the battle. But you went in. Sorry, yeah, I should also explain. You also went into the armory, didn't you? And you equipped yourself with a whole bunch of +1 weapons. So that armory you've raided now, and you've all got +1 versions of the weapons that you started with. So I think now that would probably mean that you've been well more than a minute. So that does make sense. Let's see about removing that. There we go. Yeah, so you're equipped with weapons. You have two doors you have not yet opened, and you have got a corridor just behind one of the unanimated suits of armour. So, having equipped yourself and taken the best of the weapons from the barracks, what are you going to do now?
There were 3 doors, weren't there? One of them had the weapons, the other one had bad guys storm through it. And we've not opened the 3rd one yet?
No, I don't think we have, no.
Cool.
Yeah,
let's open it, I guess.
Yeah, the door that you see as you look through the door that the soldiers barge through, you see 2 further doors at the back of that room beyond the tables and the chairs. Not that we love doors in this map or anything, but we love doors.
Shall we venture forth?
Pick a door.
Which one? Yeah.
Well, first of all, can we see any cloaks in the... Do the cadre guys who just died, have any of them got the kind of cloak we were looking for?
Nothing, no. This is, you're looking for the kind of cloak that's worn by the more senior, the more lush ones, the type of parade dress that you would expect to see. So no, you're not finding them yet.
Cool, alrighty.
Okay.
I guess we'll just go through the closest one.
You mean this one up here? Is this a door?
There's a door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Paramount looks at the door, turns around and looks at Gareth as if to say, "Hey, you've been loving doors today."
Gareth will look around and try and... It's the last time he was told to use something to batter the door down. So he'll look for something else. He'll see the deactivated suit of armor and pick it up and just run at the door with it.
Paramount seeing this moves over here.
Possibly wise.
He's showing initiative now.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that definitely works. So if you give me an athletics check, and
That's not good.
That's fine. Yeah, you slam the door as the armor crumples against you in the door. It slides down the door slightly, activating what could only be described as inertia meeting an unstoppable object that hasn't moved anywhere for quite some time, and it splinters into bits and it falls into the room in front of you. And you see that there's lots of beds in this room and not much else. This looks to be the place, Gareth, that can only be described as somewhere people would sleep.
Really quickly.
Walk in.
Can I use cure wounds on myself, like now, to just like
You can.
heal myself?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. See here. All right. So yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. We'll do that. Aaron touches himself on the chest after the battle left him a little bit worse for wear, and instantly starts feeling better. Wait, what is this? Let's have a look. So there's that heal. I heal 11. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Much better.
Right. The room is mostly dark, apart from the light that's flooding in from the corridor outside, but you can see some wardrobes against the back wall, and there are several bunk beds.
Sorry, Croyd, does that mean I'm not supposed to see past the shelves?
Don't worry about it. No, you're not, and that is interesting because that shouldn't have happened. But you know what? You're going there anyway, so let's not worry about it. So you look around in the beds. Anything you want to do in the sleeping quarters?
Sure. Gareth will use his magical awareness.
No, you can detect concentrated magic. The magic that you sense is in the weapons that you're carrying. but you don't. You don't see anything in this room that's magic. It's all normal. It's like bedclothes and pillows. Who's ever heard of a magic pillow? That would be an extreme waste of enchantment. Could be a good sleep, though. Girls, these beds look comfy.
I'd like to see if I can sort of crouch down and just sort of see, look sort of underneath the beds now to along the wall that I'm against here. Do I see anything?
You do. You see somebody lying under the bed at the end.
I shout out, "Hello there."
Don't kill me! Don't! I just joined up. I needed some food. I had to get some food for my. Don't, please. And they just stare at you. In the darkness, you can't quite make out their features, but they look completely pathetic and really, quite frankly, not worth your attention. Yeah, what do you do with them?
Why don't you come on out so that we can have a better look at you?
You may live if you take us to what we seek.
Roll persuasion, somebody? Or intimidation, if you want to do so desire, as you're all leaning under the bed looking at this poor, frightened figure. Oh, and yeah, that was a 9 from... Well, let me see if I can sort out why your rolls are going to... Yeah, anybody else? Listen, whatever it is, just... You want it, you take it. You don't want it, you leave it. Just leave me here, I'll be fine. I'll pretend I never saw you. It's not a problem.
You see, that's a problem. If we leave you here, we don't know what you're doing.
I'm staring under the bed.
So you either... We can't be sure of that.
I don't want to die.
You are either coming with us or you're dying.
Okay, I'm coming with you. Roll intimidation. That's more like it.
It's better.
You roll a 20 that time. Okay, so yeah, you see this rather dishevelled looking, young looking person in very ill-fitting robes, and the initiate just looks just weak and pathetic. Can only be described as this person. Yeah. All right, I'm coming. What is it you want? Don't. He hasn't got any weapons, not wearing any armor, still in his nightgown.
We seek the cloaks.
The captain's got them. The captain will have them. They'll be in the captain's. They only get issued for the ceremonies. Like tomorrow, you'll be fine. Just let me look. It's that way. And he points at the door behind you.
Excellent.
I would like to use Mage Hand, but like subtly, and just have it like move across his shoulders.
Absolutely craps himself. Jumps round, does a 180-degree jump in the air, looks behind him, and then he looks like he's about to jump under the bed again.
Garth just puts his halberd between him and the bed. His old one, not his magic one, so it's still dripping in blood.
Don't kill me! I need to get back to my family, give them some food. That's all I'm here for. That's all I want to do.
I suggest you find a new career.
You'd think that might be sensible, but it's the only one that feeds the druids won't have anything to do with me. Please.
What did you do to piss off the druids?
What don't you do to piss off the druids? They're a bunch of cantankerous, grumpy old bastards. What do you think? Oh my goodness, they're terrible. They don't let anybody in unless they just look at this. This guy's absolutely, almost literally. You wouldn't be surprised to see a puddle appearing around his feet at this point in time. He's absolutely mortified, terrified, absolutely. Terrible guard. It would be absolutely useless and pathetic as a guard. So you're not wrong in terms of getting them to be a career change in order.
Winnie just kind of nods and is like, Penrin's a druid.
You probably a very nice one. Come on.
Penrin stands up on the bed that he's sat on to make himself look taller, and he goes, "Are you trying to call me old?"
Oh, no!
Now you've done it.
He puts his hands over his head and kind of just says, don't hurt me," whimpering into his chest.
What are we gonna do with him, guys? Because we don't know what will happen if we let this person go.
Oh, he's coming with us.
I'll come with you.
Oh,
It's
in that
fine.
case.
We could lock him in the cells.
Yes, lock me in the cells. Lock me in the cells. I'll show you where the captain is, and I'll go lock myself in the cells or whatever. I'll hide under the table. Whatever you want, it's fine. Just,
Yes, to the captain.
Oh, it's just
To the folks.
that way. That way.
How many people are normally in the captain's quarters?
It depends. If she's having a meeting, just the seniors and maybe 2 or 3. If she's just by herself, then she'll be by herself, just warming herself by the fire, no doubt.
Fire, you say? Well then, shall we continue forth?
Groth turns and walks out.
Go past the table. And you kind of see him pointing towards the room.
Right, so it's just around the corner, is it? This.
That's right. Just the next one. That's it. Yeah, he seems to be walking a bit more canny now that he's actually doing something. It doesn't seem to completely already have the imminent fear of death. But as he walks past his bodies, he puts his hand to his eyes and puts his head down, just walks past like that, like he's pretending he can't see them. Through that door there, it's that one. I'll wait, or I'll come, whatever. Just through that
You'll
door.
knock.
I'll knock. I'm knocking. He runs forward, catches his nightgown on the corner of the table as he runs past it, and it spins him round, and he falls with his hand out. He just and he's lying on the ground, and he just does this with 2 hands, just goes donk, 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 knocks 3 times. And he's lying on the ground, and he picks himself up and knocks again. And you hear
Mr. P. Hill is going to dare to cast a spell for when the captain appears.
Okay.
I was about to say I would ready Thornwick. So whoever opens that door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reading whole person.
Okay. And you hear the voice. Come in. The initiate looks round at you.
Open the door.
Okay, I'm opening it. It's opening it. It's open. Door's open. I'm coming in. Captain. It's the captain's place. She doesn't normally let me in. Turns round and whispers.
Don't know, guys.
I'll go, I guess, following behind.
Let's go in.
Do you want it?
Okay. Right. And so, as you walk in, round the corridor with Mr. P. Hill leading the way. Why? Yeah, you get round the corner. You don't see much. It's quite dark, the corridor. And the initiate walks round the corner, and as you get round, you see the glow of a fire appearing. So who's first?
I'll go first because I'm preparing to cast
Okay.
whole person as soon as I see this person.
So it's quite a dark corridor, but you can walk down it, and you should see the light, hopefully, round the corner as you walk past.
I can't really see anything in this.
You can't see anything in this. Okay, let me just do
I can see basically where my token is.
There you go.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so yeah, you come in, and you hear a voice. Yes, well, what is it? And the captain, you hear a voice echoing to ma'am, there's some people here to see you. Stop it, you blithering idiot! Show them in!
At this point, I'll walk around the corner and cast whole person.
Okay.
And God, it worked.
Wisdom saving throw.
DC is 15.
Okay. Let's see how our good.
Oh.
20.
God damn it.
Well, that's awkward.
Okay. As you walk
Worth
around,
a shot.
as you walk around the corner, you see the captain's quarters are Spartan. Against the wall, small bed, a large fireplace is in one wall. It's on a modest round table, a few chairs. Several items are sitting on the table. Captain Ara Meltic is standing near the fire, dressed in full armour, with her sword, looking at a glowing crystal sitting on the mantle. She says, "Come here, initiate." Yes, ma'am. And she hasn't turned. She's standing there, but she's looking. She's kind of looking towards the mantle and the crystal on the mantle. And she says, she turns at this point. She turns around and and you see her with red hair as the initiative orders walks forward and she says, do you think this is appropriate to bring guests unannounced? Sorry, ma'am. She says, well, I suppose I'm going to have to deal with this, aren't I? She unsheaths her sword. I'd like you all to roll initiative, please. Except for those of you who don't have your tokens selected. So please select your tokens and then roll initiative. A -1, that's spectacular.
I'm getting better at this. That's 2 2s and a 1 I've rolled in initiative.
And yeah, she being in her, she yeah, so that would be Winnie first.
Lovely. I'm just gonna throw fireball at her for the time being.
Okay. Neither of those hit, but you weren't rolling advantage. But yeah, that one does not hit. The 15 does not hit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go and stand and use Garuffa's cover for the time being.
That's it. You have advantage to your AC. Now, Captain Ara brings forth her sword, takes a step forward, and she looks like she's about to charge into either Mr. P. Hill or Bugbear behind the table. She takes a step forward, and as she does so, she brings her sword up and she brings it round, and the sword is facing the other way. It's facing away from you. And as she does that, the sword plunges into the initiate. She brings the sword down, pushing the initiate to the ground, pulls out a dagger from her other hand, turns fully, and then stabs the initiate in the neck. And the initiate just like and falls to the knees of the captain. And as she's letting down the weight of this initiate down to the floor on her weapons, she turns and looks at you and says, "Is your journey far?"
I know the way.
She reaches into her belt pouch, pulls out a yellow scarf and ties it around her wrist. "Hurry, we've only got a few moments. I've served most of my life. We did some questionable things, but I always felt it served the greater good. My eyes were opened recently." As she speaks, Sora, you hear shouting in loud voices down the hall towards the entrance. She glances towards the noise and points at the crystal.
Okay.
"That's the alarm. You did well. But you missed that. The full force of the Cadre is on its way in from the streets now. Gather the things on the table. I grabbed what I could for you." She gestures to the back of the room. The third stone in the fourth row pushes in and opens a secret passage. "I'll hold them off as long as I can. Go now." She draws her sword, drops her helmet's visor in place, and rushes past you.
Our sacrifice should not be in vain then, shall we? Thank you.
I wonder what that dwarf is doing underneath that table right now.
I don't know, not our problem. Let's get this shit and get out of here.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go indeed. So, you find some items on the table. The items the captain's provided to you are a guardian shield, a cloak for each of you, goggles of truth, a deflection blade, ring of alertness, and gelatinous dust. There are some other items which I will post in chat. So those are the ones that you've got there, and then also you've got an immovable rod, a mantle of spell resistance, a ring of spell turning, a potion of greater healing, one each, and also yeah, that's it. So those are the things that you have. Yeah.
Treasures.
You said a potion of greater healing for each of us as well, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Right, well, I guess we just grab everything and get out of here, and then we will sit down and negotiate who gets what once we are no longer in this building.
Sounds good.
Seems wise. I mean, yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, so you grab the things, you head out, and you find yourself at this point, able to take a rest. As you run down the corridor, you follow it, the door closes behind you, and you find yourself basically back out in some of the darker corridors that you're familiar with underground, and you're able to find your way variously along those streets as you wish to. So I think what happens here. At this point, you are out of combat, so that is all fine. And you can variously find your way back to a place of some safety if you wish.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yep.
The ritual thing that we're like interrupting, that happens tomorrow, doesn't it?
That's right.
So we've theoretically got time for a long rest in there, or?
You have.
Excellent. Cool, I guess we find our way back to a safe place and sit down and start figuring out what we've got and who's getting what. Unless anyone else has any objection to that.
objection here.
No, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right then, so you get the chance for some wrecking of your stuff, and also you get the opportunity to to chat a bit over whichever thing you wish to chat about. Is there anything that you need to prepare? Anything you need to get? Anything that you want to discuss?
I think we just need to figure out who's getting what. Like, that's probably our primary thing for a little bit of a time.
So I have let me see, I can show you this. So that's that bit. And as you were sent down, looking through the stuff, touching the cloaks, you realise that they're pretty high quality.
Excellent. This is really nice workmanship.
I think this is a couple of sizes too big for me.
These are the goggles of truth. And this is the deflection blade. It does require attunement. The ring of alertness. And the gelatinous dust. Oh, and you got a shield as well. Yeah, it's interesting handling this stuff. It's all very magic and all very interesting. A lot of stuff that's gone on there. I'll let you have a look through that.
Would it probably make sense for Mr. P. Hill to take the deflection blade?
Me too, sir. Deflection blade.
I just don't know if anyone else has actually got use of a sword. That's all. Red's character might, but she's also an arcane archer, and
Yeah, my character could use the sword and the shield, but everything's dumped into Dex, so I can't shield and longbow at the same time.
Like, does a short sword use strength or dex to wield?
Yeah, I think it's finesse you can choose.
Oh, if I can choose, it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about your negative dex on your weapon.
I mean, I could take the sword in that case. Yeah.
Who wants a shield then?
Yeah.
I don't know that it's overly helpful for me.
I use a two-handed weapon, so I can't use it at all.
Would it
I mean,
suit
I
Adriel?
can use the shield. Let's see here. Yeah, I can use the shield. Let's see here.
Does the shield also function as a normal shield and give you a +1 to AC, or is it just the...
Yeah, it's a shield, so it's just a regular +1 to your AC. Wait, no. How much does the regular shield give? Is it +1?
+2
Plus
for a
two.
regular shield.
Yeah. Not magic. Well, it's magic, it's just not like extra magic. So shield is +2 to AC, yeah.
Yeah, I think I think it might be a good idea if I had that.
On you go.
Yeah, please take it.
Goggles of Truth might be useful for Winnie, mainly for the dark vision stuff, because I don't think halflings have that, plus it fits your magical lock pool.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I can take them.
So that, then the Ring of Alertness and the July Dust. Plus an immovable rod, Mantle of Spell Resistance as well. Do you want anything, Red?
Sorry, I'm still just reading through the various bits. Anything you particularly want?
I wouldn't mind a Mantle of Spell Resistance, just because I tend to run ahead, so if anyone's likely to get hit with a spell, it's probably Geralt.
Probably a good shout.
Alright, go for it.
Cool, we'll take that then.
And who is our best person? We haven't sorted out who's taking Ring of Alertness, have we?
Nope.
Cool. Who is the best person to be up first in initiative?
Not Mr. Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be amusing to watch you get like roll with advantage and still get negative numbers.
Oh yeah. You better believe it.
I mean, it'd be useful so I could rage faster, just for damage reduction, but it's not really necessary.
I mean, I'll take Ring of Alertness if no one else has. If we're all about as useful as each other, except Mr. P.L. being at first.
That's never gonna happen.
Is that everything? Oh, there's a Ring of Spell turning. Wizard want it?
I mean, if no one else does, sure, I'll take it.
Don't think Geralt can use it, to be honest.
How do I check the what those do? The ones that we don't have the window up for.
If you hit the I for compendium and then just search in the search bar
Okay.
for the item. Well, when I'll like greater healing. And we'll try.
Okay.
What was it? Take it.
Sorry, we're just updating sheets and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so this is as you're going through all of the stuff, you're in your rooms. You agree to meet up in the Bright and Bold Tavern in the morning. So that with that, you all get your long rest as well. So make sure as you're going through your inventory, do all your get your hit points back and spell slots and. Make sure that you're back to full strength on your character sheet. You didn't use any hit dice for a short rest, but yeah. So you should be fine there. Anything that requires a roll for the start of a new day, if you've got anything, then make that roll. If any of you are able to change spell slots, then make your changes as well. Yeah. So that bit, and as you're going through that, I'll read you a bit of a description while you're going through for you and for chat as well. It's just a bit of text about where you agree to meet the next day, which happens to be deep in the Warrens, the rough stone path leading up to the entrance of the Bright and Bold Tavern, a place well known to you all. A single large window beside the door looks out into the path. A few lanterns hang outside the tavern, don't forget we're underground, illuminating the path, and the stalagmites near the exterior wall of the tavern form columns in front of it. It looks alright. The stone near here is a reddish grey colour, and it reflects a little of the light. You know that this Bright and Bold Tavern name is something of a little consternation. It's neither bright nor bold. In fact, it's dingy, and it stays busy because it's along the path to the central bazaar. People are coming from here often, and they stop in for a drink or a meal, and that's how it manages to keep its trade. You're familiar with it, you've used it as a meeting place and as a hosting spot, and it's also where the dead drop is for messages to other cells of the lawless. The owner of it is a burly dwarf, Brogan Turnstone. He's the owner and the barkeep. He's not a member of Lawless, but he tolerates your activities in his tavern as long as it doesn't interfere with his business. And so far it hasn't. So you should be, you should be quite happy there. Okay. The main room is has an L-shaped bar and stools in front of it. Tables, chairs are spread throughout the room, and one long table has benches on either side of it. There's a fire pit open in the middle of the room, illuminating most of it, and the smoke drifts up into a hole in the ceiling above it. So we'll get that map up on the screen for everybody shortly. How are you getting on with your inventory? Got all the bits distributed?
My spell mantle's in there, and I just kept the card for the cadre cloak thing.
Cool.
Was that supposed to be up in my armor class? Because I got this shield.
You should get, if you're taking the shield, then yeah, you'll get a +2 to your armor.
And you also get a +1 for the cadre cloak.
Yeah.
So if you want that to apply to your shield, you could to your AC and your character sheet, you could just add a +1 shield to your inventory, and that would be the correct AC technically.
Okay.
Showing on the thing, and then just remember the additional stuff.
Right.
Now it depends if you're going to be wearing that all the time anyway, but yeah. Let me know if you do have the cadre cloaks on, because they're obviously, yeah, you're going to be using them. Okay. Let me remove those. Hopefully chat's been able to zoom in close enough. Chat, if you want a description of anything that's here, any of these items, let me know and I can paste that in. But just to recap, we've got the Guardian Shield, which in itself soaks up damage. We've got a Deflection Blade, which gives an AC bonus of +2. So who's got that?
The shield.
Mr. P. Hill.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, the Deflection Blade also, make sure you've got your AC for that as well. Aldo, that's it. The Cadre Cloaks. Yeah, they give you +1 for AC and also +1 to Dex saves as well. So remember, whether you add it in to roll automatically or whether it just remember you've got to add it on. Goggles of Truth. You can see things as they truly are. A ring of alertness, which you discovered whoever has that didn't let you have a long rest, so you had to take it off before you went to sleep. But that was fine. Put it back on in the morning. Seems good. And then your gelatinous dust, which you recognise between you that it needs, well, just add water really, and bang, you've got gelatinous cubes in front of you. So yeah, it's a good haul. Right then. So yeah, you've had your long rest. Hopefully everybody's got everything sorted there. You've got your haul. Quite a good bit of treasure. Thanks to the captain, who no doubt by now is either dead in the corridor or in the jail, along with all the corpses that you stuffed there earlier. So yeah, you're in this place, your favourite meeting room. Is there anything that you want to do? Is there anything here beyond what you've done already that you need to, or are you going to head towards? Are you going to head out, knowing that you have to get to the ritual of raising, which is hopefully going to somehow work to your advantage?
I don't really have anything that I'm particularly keen to do, so.
I mean, how much do we know about the actual plan of what we, like, you know, there's going to be a distraction, but does anyone know what we need to actually do? Or just find a way
Get in, steal the fire, get out. That's the plan. It's foolproof.
Simple mission, simple life.
You received a dead drop that indicates the time for the lawless to move. The dead drop location was here in this place, and you've come along to see if there's anything else. The ritual of the raising is being held today, and you know this is your day. From the information that you got from your dead drop, this is the time for the lawless to move on your rebellious actions. It will lead to a full rebellion. Your actions will lead to a full rebellion. Your group has been given a vitally important task. You have to acquire the magic cloaks, which you've got. That will help you gain access to the Tower of the Five. And then a distraction will happen at the ritual. At that point, you're to move into the Tower of the Five and take the fire. Of course, the Five and their minions will likely try to stop you. You also somewhat ominously remember this will be your final mission one way or another.
Oh, actually, there is something I want to do. I want to read over those papers that we got.
Oh yeah.
From the desk.
Ah. Yes, okay. Those papers were giving orders, I believe, and They. Hang on, if let's go back. There, yeah, in that one. Yeah, it was the ones, as you look at them, it says, at the ritual, after the ritual of the raising, the cadre have to bring one of every race to Argast in the tower. So it's instructions about bringing a member of every race, single member, every race. There. We don't know why. It doesn't say why. That's all it says. But those are orders. They're written in.
Okay.
Would Winnie have any idea, like, what kind of, I guess, if there's like a ritual or something that they were planning on using for that, or?
I mean,
like,
sure. Yeah. Roll Arcana to see what you can recall. I mean, generally speaking, you know that bodies can be used. There you go. 20 natural with a +6 on top of it. You know that there are any number of different types of magic that will involve sacrifice. You know that the component parts are absolutely some needed alive, some need dead. What you even with that, you really are struggling to think exactly what Argast would want to do with these. Like, you know with that role that Argast is a spellcaster and quite a good one. You know that there is a terrible amount of magic that you've heard, the kind of terrible spells that have been used against people. So you suspect that there's something there. It could just be, you could be for fun. It could be just for torture. It could just be for amusement. You know, it could be for sacrifice. It could be for food. It could be that, you know, one of your thoughts are there could be some, it could just be something that's getting some animal that's been fed. You just, there's so many options that you have. Your mind immediately blasts through every single one of them, but it's with
none
that,
of them are good though. Is generally the vibe I'm getting.
None of them are good. You have so many options, and you see every single possibility, and your mind just goes like to pieces thinking about all of it, and it just isn't good. Yeah.
I might be remembering wrong, but didn't we find a note with the same writing on it in one of the other rooms, downstairs in the guards' quarters?
Yeah. Sarah and Winnie both went into different rooms.
Yeah.
And found same instructions.
Okay, so right.
Oh, so which ones were you talking about? Which different ones were you talking about then? I thought those were the ones you were referring to.
In the captain's quarters, right?
Oh, the information that you were given. Right, hang on. In that case. Maybe. Okay, so you were given. You were given the shield, the cloak, the God's Truth, the Flexible Blade, and you were given a rod, a mantle of spell resistance, ring of spell turning, and potions of greater healing. What other things did you get? Okay.
You mean just now?
No. What? I'm definitely losing focus there. What other scrolls did you pick up, or other bits of paper did you pick up?
Oh, so in that main room with the tapestry, that was ceremoniously set alight. Mm-hmm. There were those two little rooms that we searched and found notes saying pretty much the same thing that.
Aye, yeah, we are talking about the same rooms. Good. I think that's the same notes. Yeah, I don't think you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. So you've got it. You've got the information. So don't worry there. You're definitely you've
Okay.
got everything that you need. Yeah, you're up to date. Okay, good. So you are preparing yourself for the day ahead. You are preparing yourself to do what is indeed done, and yeah, that's it really. Your day is about to become very, very different. The place that you're going to is known to you. It's an area around the outside of the main tower within the center of the floating rock. And you arrive in good time, and you find a vast number of people in a crowd in a big plaza available, and all standing, watching, waiting for something to happen. There's a lot of people. And all of these people that are there are looking on expectantly about something. Now, I will bring us into the square. Now, I say there's a lot of people there. There's only a few. We don't want to bog everything down in masses of tokens, but just have, get the idea here that this whole square is just absolutely filled with people. The whole plaza itself is completely filled with people, and it's pretty difficult to get around. There are hundreds of people in the Raising Square, and around them are members of the cadre. A semicircle of the cadre also surrounds the entrance to the tower at the front. And throughout the square, you see members of the cadre just moving about within the crowd as well. It's difficult to move due to the crowded people. It's difficult terrain for you all, but you can place yourself as you will, as you feel is suitable within there, and then I will build the crowd around you. So, give yourself a chance to get some position as you walk about in the crowd, looking out at each other, or not being able to see each other, depending on how tall you are. There's a lot of noise, a lot of people.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sora can probably see stuff. I can't. I got
That
now.
happened again. Yeah. Good. Let me just let me thank Roll20 once again for that.
It's me, Rob.
It's the way they handle tokens. That should be you now, I think. That should be you now, he said. There you go.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
I'm just checking everybody else. But yeah, okay, yep, good. Right. So, you are among the guards stand in a circle at the front. I'm just going to draw a big line. That's kind of what they're doing. The guards are all along there, and we have various numbers of people all around. I've put in a few dotted about just for flavour, but yeah, imagine the big crowds, all facing the front, all looking ahead. And it's noisy. There's people chatting, there's people talking, and then you hear a shout coming from the front. One of the guards just leans forward slightly towards you, Gareth, as he walks past and says, "Pay attention." And then walks on around past you and back in. Some small children are running, and you see the guard then say, "Get them under control." And they're just doing, they're managing the whole crowd, just making sure everybody's at. And then another shout, "Ladies, gentlemen, I give you the 5. And there's like the expectation maybe of some sort of applause at that point, and you just hear a few people, obviously stooges or whatever, giving it the clap, but like very few other people are clapping or cheering. They all look somewhere between absolutely miserable and just bored. They're just all just like, they've seen it before, they've been here before. One of them's probably going to die. One in the audience has probably just get lightning struck on them or something like that. It's terrible. Everybody's on edge. The cadre are going around making sure people are paying attention. Walking out slowly, the 5 exit the tower and take position at the edge of the balcony several stories up. They are all identically dressed in crimson robes, and their faces are obscured. The 5 stand menacingly, looking out over the crowd. Draga addresses the crowd. Draga waits expectantly until the little hubbub that's there quietens down. "Look upon your saviors. We are those that saved you from the sure death below. And it is on this glorious anniversary of the raising that we..." Before Draga can finish that sentence, you hear an explosion burst in distance. After the sound of the explosion fades, Draga aims a hand in the direction of the noise. The cadre that are in the square shuffle, and you hear one of the guards pointing. You hear him shout a couple of things and pointing, and about half of the cadre that are there head off in the direction of the explosion.
I think it's about time we get these cloaks on, don't you think?
And it is on this glorious anniversary of the raising that... Another explosion in the opposite side on the surface. The crowd begins to panic. The cadre that you've seen walking about, they try and maintain order. They're calming people down. You look up and you see the 5 conferring. When they turn back to the square, 3 figures in dark robes fly from a top window of the tower. The dark sky are being sent out to deal with the issue.
What do you think, guys?
So after the second explosion, Garoth is just going to duck as much as he can in the crowd, considering he's 8 bloody feet tall, and just try and get close to the cadre line and try and partially disguise throwing the cadre cloak on himself. And then just get closer and dressed up as a member of the cadre.
Okay, so you bring this cloak over as best you can. It's a little bit unconvincing, but you never know. And as you're stepping forward through the crowd, and you watch as the dark sky pass overhead, you hear a rapid series of explosions this time, more muffled before. They sound as if they may be underground this time. you look up. And watch as the five themselves float off the balcony and fly away to deal with the issue directly. As the five leave, the crowd becomes a full-on stampede. The cadre have lost control of the crowd and they are rushing to every available opportunity to get either back underground or in between the buildings and away. There are hundreds of people trying to get out. You fight your way through the difficult terrain. You're fighting against it. How do you want to move through the crowd as these onslaught of hundreds of people battle in the opposite direction?
We need you.
I was going to say, Garoth will basically bulldoze his way through and use his physique to try and clear a path. Well, not quite intentionally, but he's clearing a path for the smaller people behind him to follow, and is just going to head towards the doors that were behind the cadre line.
Okay, can I have an athletics check from you, please?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just opened up into an Explorer. There we go. Well, that's not ideal.
You managed to push aside people, injuring some in the process. You're big, and these people are rushing against you. You just batten them to one side, knocking a few over. They trip up, they crash over, but they look at you in the cloak and give you a bit of space, so it makes it somewhat easier. Anybody do anything else?
Yeah, Perrin seeing this, and finally seeing some space, swings a cloak over himself, starts to follow as well through the space that Gareth has created.
Winnie does the same thing. She basically is trying to keep as close to Garoth as possible because she is like 3 foot tall and does not want to be taken out by a bunch of freaked out humans, basically.
Mr. P. Hill shall use his pointy horns to pull those people out of the way as required to fend them off. So, advancing towards the line.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on Garoth.
Anybody doing anything different, anything special, anything unusual?
I think Winnie would have put the goggles on.
Okay. Okay. You.
Croy, sorry, I was fighting with Roll20 and lost the bit. Where exactly is the plaza we're at in relation to where we need to get to?
Yeah, the foot of the tower. It's around the tower.
It's around the tower.
So. The door that you
Which
see.
direction is Gareth going?
He's heading towards where the line of the cadre were, towards the foot of the tower.
Towards the foot of the tower. Cool. I need Adri with telepathy. So itty bitty little bit of retcon. But as the explosions were going, Sora would have been saying, "That's our cue. We need to get in. This is our best chance." And then cloaked up and back into the narrative, following behind them.
Winnie, you look up with the goggles of truth upon your eyes as you have them on another piece of interesting information that only you see. All of the 5, except Draga, are illusions.
Okay. So they basically Yeah. All right. I thought they flew off to deal with something.
They did, but kind of just as you had that on, you had the goggles on. You looked up and you see them flying off, and through the goggles you see them. You see this.
Okay. I'm gonna use message, which is a cantrip. And I'm gonna use it 5 times because apparently that's a thing. And basically just be like to everybody in our group, the 5 are an illusion, basically, as quickly as possible. As we're like moving through the crowd.
Yeah. So you've got this big crowd rushing through. These guys leave. Things happen. People, guards, the 5 flying off. All of this, and you injure a few people as you push them to the ground. Garoth, Panrin, you seem to be okay. Walking in the way of Mr. Hill, you're walking through as well, yeah. So that's it. Yeah, you get through to the door at the bottom of the tower. And I think at that point we can probably take a quick break. We've entered into the bottom, the ground floor of the tower of the 5. They have been distracted by explosions everywhere. And they have gone off, variously sent off guards. And you have entered into the tower through a couple of short corridors into what is the first level. What's your marching order?
Garoth in front.
Okay.
Dora at the back.
Mr. P. Hill shall go second.
Speed behind Mr. P. Hill.
So we're tall, short, tall.
Oh no, my
Yes.
screen's up. There we go.
Okay.
No.
Something like that. Okay. Let's have a look there.
I can't really see much, Croy. I've got like a weird pizza slice of red floating.
Yep.
Yeah, vision's kind of funky.
Yep. Nope. That's what you're getting as you come up the stairs. Although the building itself is many stories tall, it's not actually very big. And also you realise there must only be a few floors because each of the rooms have a very high ceiling. Yeah, let me move you all in. The first floor that you're on is mostly one large room. It appears to be some sort of workspace. There's a large table in the middle. The largest portion of the room is to your right as you enter. No, the largest portion to your right as you enter contains cages along the wall. And inside the cages there are... Oh, hang on. There are monstrous... That makes more sense. There are monstrous... There we go. Monstrous creatures in the cages along the back wall to your right. That makes more sense. Alright. And some of these creatures you've never seen before. There's stairs directly ahead of you. And there are 2 closed doors to the left, opposite the creatures. As you enter into the room, the creatures begin thrashing about in their cages. And directly across from you is the entrance to the stairs leading upwards.
Corey, our tokens are in like complete darkness.
Yeah. Who
The other
has
thing is too.
who has dark
I have
vision?
the goggles on.
I do not know what to do for dark vision. Nice.
I don't think I have dark vision.
Yeah, I've got dark vision, which I would like to actually use.
Yep, let's get that sorted for you.
Dark vision's under proficiencies, like that's where it's stored, isn't it? Oh wait, no. Yeah, I do have dark vision. I just
Dark vision coming up. Those of you without dark vision, it's dark-ish. There's a small red glow emanating from somewhere, but beyond that, there isn't much. The creatures that you see in the cages are as follows. There's this one, which is thrashing about in the cage. Looks hellish. There's this one in the cage. And this one here, and it looks kind of hellish. Thrashing about, its arms smashing against the metal. And then this lovely furry looking beastie, which is looking hellish. Big
It's
teeth.
thoroughly adorable.
Oh,
Adorable.
it's cute. Yeah, give it a pat. Like, look at it. Just don't put your hands too close to its mouth. And they are smashing about in the cages.
Could you please give vision to my token?
I can. Do you have night vision?
I have the goggles on,
Okay,
which give me all of that.
all of that
Fact-
and then some.
Yeah.
I don't think I have dark vision, but I do have line sight within 10 feet.
I love that fighting style.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can perceive surroundings without relying on sight. So yeah, you just have that. So I guess we can call that night vision for the sake of to 10 feet, but actually you can perceive it slightly differently from being able to see it. Okay. Now that should be everybody that needs to be able to see something, that can see something. Goggles of truth. You can see in normal and magical darkness as if it were bright light.
Yep. Is there anything strange about these creatures that might also be picked up by
The goggles
The
of
goggles?
truth. They are not illusions. They are real. Are they transformed in any way by magic? No, they are real. They seem very much true to form, these creatures in the cages.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
It's there on the table.
Okay. You see a little bit of blood as best you can in the light. That's what you think it is. give me a perception check. There we go. It looks like a lot of blood. It also looks like there's surgical instruments. It also looks like there's a trough around the table to catch blood around the edge. And as you look, you see that the creatures in the cages have scars and fresh wounds as if they've been experimented on. You recognize the first of the beasts in the middle, the one in the middle, as it's a glabber. The glabber is known to be a tunneler, and it's also known to have pain resistance. It feels no pain. The other two you don't recognize, but you know that about the glabber. Yeah.
These poor things.
If no one stops Garoth, he's just going to keep moving and head towards the stairs on the other side. Because as far as he's aware, need to fire, fires up.
Perrin's gonna step closer to these creatures and see how they react, if at all.
Oh, they are frenzied as you walk towards them.
So these creatures could, like, what are they like? Like, for example, like, are they like humanoid? Are they like?
So, the glabber that you know, it's monstrous, and they've got huge claws on the front of them, and you know that they're capable of burrowing through solid rock. Like, these things absolutely pack a punch with their claws, but they are on all fours. You look to the thing in the top, and how brave are you? This thing looks humanoid, but you just as you get closer, you hear the voice. It seems to be quietly wailing as if in intense pain. And as you get closer to it, could you please make a dex saving throw? And you are hit by 27. No, you're not.
What?
It's a 7.
I was gonna say 27.
You notice as you get close, a huge exhale of lava streams from its mouth and blasts the room. I don't think anybody else is within 15 feet. You're just the one that's up there. So you dodge this. You jump out the way, probably up onto the table. It continues to wail at you as you get closer to it. You notice that the metal of the cage just seems to be glowing red as the lava passes over it.
Boil my new cloak.
Yeah. So
Well, maybe we should get out of here really quickly, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Having seen the room, I assume, be briefly illuminated as a result of the lava breath, Sora's light torch.
Okay. So Sora, you emit light. is it 15 foot a torch of bright light?
Possibly.
Yeah, let's just go with that. They're 15 foot. They're special 15 foot torches that you've got. Yeah.
20 foot.
20
According
feet.
to Roll20.
There we go. We'll go with that then. Fantastic.
20 bright, 20 dim.
Okay, so 20 bright light distance and low light 20. Okay, there we go. So that should light up everything for everybody now. Okay, you see a door to your left. You see 2 doors to your left, and the stairs leading up, which Garroth is walking towards.
Well, the fire's at the top of the tower, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Up we go. Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah, so let me just gather you all together and copy you over into the stairs.
That
Okay.
is a lot of guys.
That's a lot of dark. Let me just do this. Here we go.
Nope.
That didn't come with you, don't worry.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to stand like that.
Okay, and you are now up. It takes a while to travel up the stairs. As mentioned, all these rooms have very high ceilings. You enter out onto a floor that reeks of blood and excrement. There is a couple of dim, barely burning torches on the wall, and you see the stairs you come up end on this floor, but another staircase is across the room. There's a large table in the middle of the room. I say table, I kind of use that word lightly. The things that have been put on the table don't look to be particularly fun for the people who were on them. There's a big pile of bones next to the table, and there's some type of green ooze over in the barrels in the side that you see, and there's a male halfling manacled to a torture rack, and he's bleeding and unconscious.
Well, he's on the torture rack, is it?
Yes, he's manacled to it. So he's on it. He's not actually lying out on it, but he's like tied up on the side of it, just like that, just hanging there. Or, well, I say hanging, just, generally, generally looking completely out of it, chained to one end of it.
Same as before, if no one stops him, Groth is ignoring everything but what he got told to do.
What do I'm guessing those keys are like some sort of magic thing. I feel like they might be tripped up by goggles of truth. I can see like illusions and stuff.
Yeah, so you have a look at these things. They give me a perception check. Ooh. As you scan around the room and you look at the pile of bones, you see that the bones themselves are covering something. And that thing that they are covering makes itself known to you. And I would like you all to select your tokens and roll initiative, please.
just as on that note, my fat ass token can't fit through that gap that you've made. Could you kindly move to me to behind Gareth?
Sure. Let me also shrink your token. So it's, this is what happens when you don't give me art before the session. Yeah, excellent. This is a take what you get token. There you go. Now he's smaller. There you go.
Perfect.
Excellent. Yeah, so you see the bones start to move and shake, and this figure that had been hiding there until searched, until viewed, was making itself known. Right, this rather tired and weird looking, dishevelled creature, as an elf, maybe once, possibly, deformed, and you don't know. You don't know what, but yeah, whatever has made, created, abused, whatever has happened to this figure, he's not particularly fast, and so you can do what you wish. Panrin, you're up first.
So it's come up from under the bones.
Yep.
And it just does not look like it wants to have a chat and a cup of tea.
Oh, God, no! It's making right for you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use seeing this Argast not looking very friendly, I'm gonna use a flame blade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, actually, do I have to use an action to equip the shield?
No, I'm quite happy to say that you were, as a sensible adventurer, having that out already.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll give your adventurer some credit there.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna use flame blade. And wait, if I click on it, it brings it up, right?
Yeah, should do.
Yeah, that's a bonus action actually. So.
Okay, so you can use your bonus action to start with. That's not a problem. It doesn't have to come in any order. There we go. You evoke fiery blade. Yeah, so you've got a shield in one hand and a fiery blade in the other. It's the size of shape of scimitar. Nice. Okay.
And then yeah, and then I'll take the initiative, run over, and try to give a nice fiery chop.
Yeah. So roll d20 and add 6, and that'll be your attack. Okay, yeah, you hit with that.
21. And then what's that? So 3d6 fire damage.
Yes. It also sheds a bright light. Oh, you're shedding bright lights too. That could be useful. Let me do that while you're doing that.
Yeah, so I should press the number 3 next to d6, don't I?
Yep. Go. 9 points damage. Fiery damage brings down upon this rather unfortunate looking elf. All right. Anything more from you, Panrin? Winnie, you're up next.
No.
Okay, Winnie.
I'm just gonna cast Firebolt at it and see what happens.
You'll have to move a wee bit to get line of sight, but yep, you can do that.
So I don't have any bonus action. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I get to re-roll that because that's a 1.
Half
So I guess we'll use the 16.
Yeah, that's fine. Which hits?
Brilliant. It does 12 points of fire damage as it slams into
All the fire damage.
Mr. Up. You dude.
Anything more, or is Sora up?
I think I might try and like move. Where's the halfling exactly?
Is next to Mr. P Hill.
Okay, I'm gonna move over there, and I've still got line of sight on this dude, so that's fine. But I'm probably gonna like start trying to next round to get that off if this
Sure.
dude's not dead.
Sure. Okay, Sora.
Right. Roll20 really hates me today. It like deleted my weapons. I just had to reset them. So hopefully this is gonna work. So Sora is gonna move a bit further back. Yeah, get a better line of sight, and then gonna go twice with her longbow at this guy. One. That's it.
Nope, unfortunately
Okay.
not.
Make sure it actually has everything added to it.
The bone's in front of him. Has it got everything added to it?
It's got dex, it's got proficiency, it's got fighting style, and the +1 for being a magic thing. So yes, I just rolled like potato. Yeah, that's more like it. 28.
Yes, that hits.
Excellent. So that's 11 piercing.
Excellent. Yeah, as you watch the fire, the conflagration that appears from the other two attacks, you watch as rats run past you, Sora, down and towards the stairs, trying to escape the fire. Not happy. This place is unpleasant. Sora, are you going to move any more, or is it Garoth?
I think she's going to squeak over to there just because I don't like the look of the key things. I don't trust them. But that's me done.
The key things, as you're looking at them, they somehow magically just vanish, as if they were never there at all. And the person who you blink twice and they're just gone. Yeah, interesting. Right. Curious how that happens in the magic user's tower. It's almost as if they were put there to signify there was doors in the way. Yeah, wow, okay. Garoth, you're up.
Yeah, so Garoth will walk around Mr. P Hill and just stand there. She can't quite get by, but he's got very long arms, so he's going to take his shiny new halberd and try and split the thing's skull open. Will miss, I think.
Yeah, it hits bones. The bones are all in the way as it's clambering through.
Again. Oh, this is going very badly.
You're finding it quite difficult not to hit Panrin as you are attacking. Yeah, bit of an issue. Any more from you, Garoth? Mr. P Hill, you're up next.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, just bonus selection. No, that's an action. Yep, that's me.
Okay, Mr. Hill.
Mr. Hill shall trot on over to here, and drawing his shiny new sword, a couple of swings. First one shall miss, and the second one shall hit.
That hits. An 18 rolled.
For 6 damage. And
Oh, yeah. 6 damage. I'm just quickly going to change your rolls so that they go to everybody. Oh, they should be public. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's why I'm confused.
Good, good. We love roll 20. Right. And now roll 20 is stuck. Okay, so there we go. Right. So you are there, and the lovely character who you've spotted is basically drawing out a dagger. And as doing so, begins to whisper some arcane words, and attempts to cast inflict wounds on Panrin. Reaches out towards you, but unfortunately doesn't hit with an 11. Looking slightly perturbed about that, tries to move past you, thus encouraging attack of opportunity from Mr. Hill.
Oh yes, we shall take that. Wonderful.
Okay. Running past Panrin and getting an attack of opportunity from Panrin, you can do one single attack with a melee weapon.
Yeah, take another swing with the fire scimitar. Wait, it's the same, right? He's 3d6, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, he's going. Yeah, and Garoth, you'd also get an attack of opportunity because he's running down the stairs. You miss with the 13. Garoth, you get an attack of opportunity as well.
Yep. It leaves 15 feet of me. Oh, come on. I've picked up your curse, Red.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then
That's what I'm getting you in the first place.
and then he books it down the stairs.
Hey, you might you roll a d20 for your attack.
Oh, was that?
D6.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
That worked well.
That thing is lightly.
Yeah. So the figure manages to slip past you and get down the stairs. Panrin.
Those creatures were downstairs, weren't they, guys?
Yeah.
What do you
Keep moving.
Yeah,
Go
I
on
think
top.
I think maybe I reckon we make our way upstairs. Maybe try to snare the entrance to this room. Maybe even the exit on the way out.
Okay. You're booking it.
What do you guys think?
I think we should potentially help this person. Or at minimum, toss them into the cells so that, like, there is a little bit of protection for them. There's that little halfling that we found that's, like, chained to the thing.
Okay.
Harry knows to keep his nose out of other people's business. But if the party wants to, if the group wants to, there's no objection.
Groth will just tilt his head and just go, time?
Time, did you say? Time.
Yeah, as in, do we have time to do this?
Time, yeah.
How, like, securely attached is this dude?
Not particularly. They don't look like they would take much to break. But while you're doing this, I am counting in my head. So, Panrin, you move. You take your move. Where are you going to move to? You're going to move over the stairs? Going up?
Yeah, so for now I'm going to move towards the... towards here.
Right. You can double move if you need to.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think there. Right.
You have that interaction very quickly. Then you say, well, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then you move where?
And then, yeah, I'm going to move here and then use Cure Wounds.
On
myself.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you cast as you run and you heal 11 points. Okay. Are you going to move any more, Panrin?
No.
Same put. Winnie,
right
so Winnie, you are at this this poor wretch of a creature. You look at the manacles. You want to give an athletics check to see if you can budge them, or are you going to try something else?
I think what I'm just going to do in a bid to give it some form of protection is just cast invisibility on him and keep moving.
Okay. So you do that, so mark that off, and then move the way that you are headed. Okay. Sora, are you going up the stairs yourself, or are you hanging at the bottom?
I think she's just going to go up.
Okay.
Right, knowing that thing's gone down, time is now of the essence. So marching will be damned.
Okay. Yeah, Garoth?
Yep, Garoth's using... Hanron and Winnie are halflings, aren't you? So you're small and not quite as fast.
That would be correct.
Correct.
If you let him, Garoth will just pick you up because he has 40-foot movement speed, and neither of you are all that big or heavy. So he'll just pick you up and move you a lot faster.
Yeah. You can do that, swoop past. You've done it before. You guys have adventured together, you know each other. You're a cell, you know how that works. When you need to book it, you book it on Garoth. So yeah, you're heading up the stairs, Mr. P. Hill.
Shall trot after them.
Right then.
Also head up the stairs.
Okay. Very good.
Croy, you see the window that you showed earlier with the shield and the cloak. Can you bring it back up for me, please? Because I've lost it.
Sure. That's the cloak, and that should be the shield there. Hopefully you can get it on the right-hand side. If you go to the one that looks a bit like a newspaper, the journal, you should scroll down, and in the item subfolder, you should see it there.
Oh,
if not,
right, yeah.
don't worry about it.
I
If not,
it.
you've got it up there. Right. So you are all heading upstairs at a good rate of knots. And you arrive. Okay. Okay, that should hopefully work, and you're all still very elite. Okay, how's that looking? I'll move that for chat as well, so the chat can see there. Right. You arrive on after a bit of climb up the stairs. You arrive on the floor laid out similarly to the first one. It appears to be a living space. There's a sitting area and a bed off to the one side, and 2 closed rooms are on the other. As before, the stairs you enter do not continue up, but rather a staircase opposite you does. Yeah.
Maybe go around the rug, Garoth.
Goroth will look at you and stab it with his halberd and throw it to the side.
Okay. So yeah, the rug flies across to the window. As it does, through the balcony, oh yeah, there we go. Through the balcony, you see 2 figures arriving and landing on the balcony. Yeah, they seeing you there, they immediately attack. So what I'm going to do is remove your turns from that round. And if I could ask you to select your tokens again, please, and roll for initiative.
The one time I didn't get a negative number.
Yeah, these guys flying onto this.
Sorry, roll 20's not letting me roll roll at advantage.
Oh, roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll
so I rolled
twice.
twice.
Yeah, yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Okay. Yeah, you just hear them arriving, and one of them says, "You should not be here." Quite similarly, and then that's it. So, Winnie, what are you up to?
Okay, are these illusions?
No, they are absolutely not. They are very much the dark sky mages that you saw originally. So they are legit.
In that case, fireball! Or bolt, because I don't have fireball yet. Yes. Probably at the one that's like all grey and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they look like they need some more colour in their lives.
Okay. Yeah, this is who you're up against.
Definitely looks like they could use some like red and orange and maybe a few yellows.
Go for it. Right, you've hit with the 14.
Oh, I get to re-roll one of those, I think. It's because it's a 1, so that brings it up to 16. No, 15. I can't math.
Okay. All right. Anything more from you?
Probably gonna move over here. There's a little bit of like people between me and them. since I can use other people as cover.
Okay. As the slightly more colourful of the two fly onto the balcony, his hands immediately stretch out and begins to shout something. You see small crystals forming on his fingertips as he lands, and he casts Cone of Cold.
Counterspell.
Okay. So you see the casting being done. The ability check that I have to make is DC and plus that. So that was cast there. So DC is 15.
Is it not Russ that has to make it?
If a cast spell is make an ability check, yes. DC 10 plus spells level. Yeah, so it's 15 you have to make.
Can I just use one of my potence things? Because that is instantly a 15.
Sure. Yeah. Using your amazing skills and abilities. When you finish, as long as do 20 numbers. Yeah, there you go. It's a foretelling roll. So you use your power of foresight. You knew they were coming. You saw this during your long rest. So you've prepared for that spell, and you counterspell the Cone of Cold. And the character looks at his hand and just goes, shit! And rushes towards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The stairs. Okay, Sora.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move in a bit so I can actually see everyone. He's trying to escape. He's going to get the arrows. Oh.
Yep, that hits.
24.
Definitely hits.
8 piercing damage.
Okay. That doesn't not hit.
Nope. No, red numbers aren't going to hit. I might regret this, but I'm going to action surge
Okay.
to attack again. So that'll be another 2.
That hits.
19, sweet. That's 7 piercing.
Okay. That also
And
hits.
18.
Also hits.
That is 5.
Okay. Yeah, arrows take into the knee, and looks like his adventuring days might soon be over.
Excellent.
Okay.
Lovely.
The second flight is this dark-looking, colourless-looking figure is actually a dwarf, wearing some chain, which is interesting, but is going to cast. Is going to cast a. Basically, he's going to fly. He's going to jump towards. Yeah, he's going to jump out and regain flight and break line of sight with you. Right. Garoth, somebody heading for the stairs. You're not so sure about the person that's flying.
Yeah, so Garoth will just move a little bit closer. He's not done it today, so he'll rage. Give him a wild surge.
Oh yes. What have you got?
Today will be 6.
Oh, lights. +1 to AC. And all allies within 10 feet. My goodness. Nice.
Lovely. And I will then, with the beautiful, pretty lights all dancing around, I will try and cleave that person in half with my halberd.
Oh my goodness. You might well do it with that roll.
Let's have a look, see?
25 points of damage.
Yep. Are they still in one piece?
Barely, but yeah, still. I think one more like that and you'd have them splied on the stairs.
Well, handily I can swing again.
That also hits.
Not quite as big a damage, but it'll do.
13 points there. Yeah, they look pretty bad.
I think Groff will just grin. He's in his happy place. He's swinging his halberd at somebody.
Pannon?
Right. Alright, I'm gonna use my... Actually, no. Harren's like, where do you think you're going? And uses Thorn Whip. Wait, oh no, what's the range? Oh, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna use Thorn Whip. See if I can
Yep, that hits.
bring it back into the room. And then what's the 1d6.
It should be 56 because you're level 5 now.
Sorry, what was that?
You get an extra d6 because you're level 5 now and it's a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Should I just do one more d6?
One more
then?
d6, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go, 8 points damage. And you haul this character 10 feet towards you. Next to Garoth, unfortunately, for this poor, unsuspecting
Yep.
mage. Yeah, oh dear.
There, Sarah.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna activate the Guardian Shield.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That looks looks good for you guys. Not so good for our star people of the Sky Mages. Dark Sky Mages are probably not going to be seeing this guy again anytime soon. But let's see what Mr. P. Hill does.
Is this guy looking pretty beat up?
He looks
at this point?
very, very close to death at this point. He's a magic user. He's not used to being assailed in his safe place. This is not something he was expecting. After having his initial attempt to freeze you all to death was expertly counterspelled, he ran for it for some reason. You don't know why. The other one disappeared, but yeah, he's about to get his ass kicked. He would have made it up the stairs if it hadn't been for you meddling kids, and therefore, and you, yeah, what are you going to do to him? You're going to have to really not hit him to be able to not kill him.
Good, because I'm not going to hit him.
You're not going to hit him. You're going to the window. Okay. Right, well,
I want to see where that other one is.
Well, okay, so the other one moved 120 feet away, but I'll leave the token in your view. So let me put the token in your view, but they are 120 feet away.
120 feet?
No, hang on, did I say that right?
Could they have dashed after they cast their spell?
Did I say that right? Okay. Yeah, they're not that far. They're 60 feet away.
Perfect. We shall cast Command.
Okay.
And we shall shout Sleep.
Okay. So the target must succeed a wisdom save. What's your DC?
15, I believe. They'll probably succeed it, but it's worth a shot. It's a 15 DC.
They rolled an 18.
Oh,
So they can't fall. Yeah.
Like
Well,
flying
very
away, is it,
unfortunate.
sort of thing?
Yeah.
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 It's worth a shot.
Okay. Any more from you when he's up next?
Nah, that's all I've got.
Okay, Winnie.
Winnie is going to go over to the window and I guess figure that this other person is like, how far can I actually move? I can move there.
Yeah.
I think. And I am going to cast Firebolt, which apparently has a range of 120 feet out.
There you go.
The
Yep, that hits. Okay.
That'd be a concentration check on them as well, if they got hit.
Mm-hmm.
I just really want to see them fall.
I mean, that's what we get to announce the rebellion, having one of the acolytes splatter on the cobblestones.
I mean, that sounds.
I mean, I probably could have cast I could have cast Counterspell on them again, but like.
That would have been fun too. Okay. Any more from Winnie?
No, I think I'm good. I don't have bonus actions.
Okay, this guy takes a step backwards, having been. Oh, wait a minute. Is he under a further effect of the whip? I think it was just a one-off thing, wasn't it? It doesn't.
Yeah, it's just a pull.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he takes one step back, taking care not to get into any bother with that, and he casts Ice Storm, which centers a 20-foot radius cylinder of rock hard ice fall. A hail pounds into the ground, and each creature must make a dex saving throw. So there's Ice Storm. Nope. Oh yeah, there we go. There's Ice Storm. You've got a DC 14 dex save, and that will be. Let's see, ruler and radius and 20 foot. Yeah, that'll be all of you, please.
We're all wearing the cloaks, aren't we? So we all get a +1 on that saving throw.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to help.
I don't think you're in it, are you? Because it only half covered Winnie.
Hang on. Let me do that again. Radius. It's 20 foot. Yeah.
Okay, I think you've moved it from where you had it initially. But
Well,
okay.
he would. Yeah, exactly. Vandro would. This guy would do it. He's a pro mage, even if the person controlling him is not. He would definitely position it in a way to get you all without. Yeah. So.
Does that mean he's not hit himself?
If he's not what?
Does that mean he didn't manage to not hit himself?
He managed not to hit himself. Yes, because he's a professional. He's quality spellcaster. Right, let's see those dex saves, guys.
Can we double check what my mantle does?
I'm going to use and re-roll that one, I think.
Holy shit.
Well, if there's one to make.
What? I'm in shock.
Okay.
Oh, come on. I even get to take the 5.
Okay. So everybody makes it apart from Garoth.
Let's get a half the bludgeoning.
Winnie doesn't either.
You rolled a 14? Did you re-roll using luck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make it.
Okay.
So, Groth, you take 24 points of damage, 16 cold, 4 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Oh, I need to make a concentration roll because technically I'm concentrating on that invisibility spell as well.
Oh, okay.
That'd be 16 damage if you succeed, then. Yeah. I take it as half damage if you succeed the throw.
Half. Isn't it just half bludgeoning? It doesn't affect magic.
No, sorry. They succeeded their saving throws, so they take 0 or half damage from the spell.
So 16 points damage. You take Garoth, and the spell doesn't seem to work. None of those links are working.
Yeah, it's just do we, as having succeeded the throw, take 16 points of damage total? Or is there a...
Hang on, let me bring up the spell description. There we go. Okay. Feels it. Oh, thank you for being more awake than I am. Yes, you take 6. You all take 6. Those of you who have succeeded take 16 points damage. Karoth, you take 24 points of damage.
Ouch.
16 is that?
Yes. Thank you for keeping me right, Aldo. Hailstones. It's also difficult terrain as well until the end of your next, until the end of the next turn, if indeed there is one.
Right. So my shield will negate all of that.
Yep, but you've got 4 points left on it.
Yeah.
Cool. Not bad. All right. Sora. Oh, in fact, sorry. Can I give Garoth an attack of opportunity because this guy really doesn't want to be here?
He has to leave 15 feet of me for me to get it.
That's fine. Yeah, he'll go up the stairs.
Okay. Slicey slice.
That hits.
Kill.
Oh yeah, you kill him. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, he knew he was numbered anyway, so he's going to take that. Right. Sorry. Apologies to Sora for robbing you of that kill. Yeah. The magic user is down. You are out of combat, and you are in the upper chamber of this tower.
Groth looked incredibly pleased to have split that one in half as he shakes the various chunks of ice out of his fur.
Where did the other one go?
Oh.
Wait, so Vandro, we've he's dead, and Echondria. Yeah, what happened with the one that looks like they needed a bit of sunlight?
Yeah.
He's currently flying about outside the window.
Monochrome friend is now 180 feet away.
180.
Reckon you could hit that with your bow, Sora?
How far?
180 feet.
180.
Possibly.
Go for it. You run up to the window. You look out, you see the dwarf flying at hellish speed towards somewhere.
I can. It's at disadvantage at that distance.
Go for it. You miss. But a valid attempt.
Does Garoth have time to throw a javelin that's 120 feet away, or is it just...
Yeah,
is
go
that
for it.
right
Go for it.
here?
No, go for it. Go for it. Do it. Throw it. Sora, you get another attack at disadvantage, 240. So yeah, you got another 3 attacks basically. That one hits the javelin.
Well, I'm still raging, actually. Sweet.
Okay.
Can I use both my attacks?
Yeah, go for it. If you got 2 javelins.
I think I have
Should have gone reckless.
Sure, I'll make this next one reckless.
Okay. There you go.
Wait.
That hits.
Alright, so we've got at least 2 concentration checks so far. They might still splatter.
Splat, splat, splat.
Okay. When that we'll do 1, 2. Yep. Falls out sky.
Splat!
Splat. Falls out sky. Lands, bounces off a roof and falls to the street below. There's not many from this point of view, you get a hellish nice view right across the whole island to the clouds. You see the swirling clouds on the outside. But yeah, gone. Done.
I guess we keep moving.
Yep.
Okay, let me...
Oh, limp past you all and go and lead again.
Yep. Okay, so... your... marching order, Garoth, you are first. Panrin next.
P-Hill.
P-Hill next.
Mr. Yeah.
And then Winnie and then Sora. Okay. I will put you just atop on the back. Yeah, right. And as you alight up through the last set of stairs, yeah. Okay, you are on the roof. Up on the roof, the fire floats 10 feet above the center of the tower. The central sphere of the fire is about 3 feet across. Its aura reaches nearly 10 feet. Arcs of electricity spark from the center out to the edge of the aura with irregular frequency.
Been a bit too easy, don't you think, guys?
Garoth glances down at the heavy frosting damage on his chest.
As we're going up the stairs, we'll give Garoth 20 points of healing from lay on hands.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Other than take fire, what our instructions were to get to the top, take the fire. Take it where?
That's a really good point.
They expect us to get this far, right?
Absolutely.
Does anyone know what will happen when we take this fire off from where it is?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because we are floating, right? Like, and this is the only source of light this whole place has.
I mean,
Oh, are there any like? Are we like on the roof right now?
You are on the
Like-
roof, yeah.
Okay.
Can I get a perception check from all of you, please?
Well, that's annoying.
Okay. Panrin, you hear a noise coming up the stairs from below. It sounds hellish.
Okay. Right. In a hurry, then in that case, I'll put a snare down at the entrance, at the top of the stairs.
All right.
That will, and it will consume my rope. Oh no, but it's a casting time of 1 minute.
Well, no. Well, yeah. Okay, so what are you doing? Come on, guys. What's happening? You've got something approaching up the stairs, and it sounds horrible. At least Panrin heard it. Maybe the rest of you are looking at the ball with its glowing lightning.
Panrin shouts, "Guys, there's someone coming up!" And
move over and just block the staircase from anything coming.
Okay.
Yeah, Panrin will move back to about here. Is that it? Yeah, okay, so where Gareth is now, that's the, yeah, okay.
Okay, so you quickly disperse. You run up the stairs, you disperse around. Gareth, you hear Panrin say something about that. What are you doing now?
What am I doing, sorry? Or...
What's everybody doing? What's anybody doing? Anybody making the further series of movements in the next few seconds of time?
Okay. Winnie is staring at this ball, trying to figure out what the F, like if we can even touch it without it causing us massive amounts of pain. So can I please make an Arcana check?
You can.
Or
just very quickly, is it lightning that's coming out of it, or actual fire?
It's arcs of electricity sparking from the center out to the edge of the aura with a regular frequency. So you've heard a few things about this, Winnie, but you've never seen it. You never imagined it to be quite as magnificent as it is. It looks like just pure energy, but you can see a pattern in it. You feel that you would be able to approach it between the sparks and put your hand in it and not take damage of the power if that was the case. You think. You're looking at it, you're seeing the aura. The aura isn't a barrier. You can get right up to it. And and then you look at the electricity again as another spark out, and you think, wait a minute, that's not even going to hurt me. There's nothing in that. With a 21, you're looking at that. It's light. It's not damaging. It's just light.
Would Winnie know what would happen if, say, it got hit?
You would not be at all worried about it. With the roll of 21, looking at that, ascertaining it, it's a light show. Maybe the goggles of truth help you with that as well. You don't see, anything. So yeah, you're pretty sure it's just light.
So is it more of an illusion than necessarily an actual?
It is actually what it is. So it's not an illusion, but it's your perception as lightning. Then you're looking at it and you just see through that. You see through the smoke and mirrors. It's not a magical illusion. It's just your own perception that you've taken it as something. But then you kind of see through that. You focus your understanding and your intelligence. You just focus that and you go, no, that's not actually, because there's no black scorch marks on the ground, for example. That kind of thing that you'd expect if it was arc lightning.
Okay. I think it's okay to grab this, guys. I don't think it's overly dangerous, but sorry.
Time to find out. Mr. P. Hell grabs it. The smart person told him it was okay.
You pull the fire down, several things happen. Outside and all around you, the drifting city immediately fades into twilight. The sun becomes obscured as the clouds around the base of the drifting city rise up and surround it. And then you feel a tremor. And the entire drifting city pivots on its axis, slowly tipping to one side. You're all falling to your right slightly. The tower begins to lean over. It's slow, but you can sense the momentum. You reckon it won't be long until the city has pivoted enough for all of the people on the surface to be in lethal danger.
Is it pivoting? Got the orb in the middle.
Yep.
Yep.
From the...
Mr. Hill has taken it. Has he moved it to the side and it's starting to tilt the direction it's going?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, possibly, but you don't know that. You don't know either way. You could experiment. Yeah, I see what you're saying, like a control. Interesting. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out whether...
As you're watching Mr. Hill with this ball of fire in his hand, you hear a booming, harsh voice. What do you think you'll accomplish? Taking the fire will doom all of what remains of civilization. What is your goal? Without us, without the fire, this city and this world will be over.
Do we recognize the voice?
It's Draga.
I have a quick... Well, I've got a series of questions actually, so that's a lie to say they're quick, right? The tower's in the very centre of the city, isn't it? And it's really like, multiple hundreds of feet up.
Mm-hmm.
How wide is the city spreading out from the tower?
Kilometers.
Right. Okay. Fuck it. Garoth will turn to Mr. P. Hill and just basically very quickly go, trust me?
Sure.
Garoth will grab you by the scruff of the neck, turn to the edge of the tower, and just say, voice says get fire off city, and I will throw you as far as I can towards the edge of the city.
It was the edge of the city, did you say?
Yes, and I will rage so that I get advantage on all strength checks to get you as far as possible. There might be a voice in Garoth's head that's been telling him to do things for a while.
Oh.
Okay. Let's do it. So, yeah, you throw. The city is now tilting over. It has gathered speed. What do you do? Well, let's see this athletics check with advantage.
Fuck!
Okay, so Mr. Hill, you find yourself thrown from a city that is increasingly tilting. It looks as if you are about to slam into the ground. While you're flying, do you have anything in your disposal to assist your flight or escape or anything?
I mean, the cloak has slow fall.
That's true.
I mean, there's that. Other than that, not really.
Okay, so you fly through the air. The city has begun to tilt, and yeah. What do the rest of you do? You watch as Mr. Hill slowly glides down towards the surface.
Garofal, did we see the... What's his name? As he was chastising us?
Not in the not immediately, no.
I mean, I raged. I might as well see what random ability I get. F5, which is a... That's my favourite one, and no one's fucking attacking me. So Groff will just pull out one of his remaining magic javelins and just ready to hurl it at if he sees Thingamabob pop up anywhere.
Okay.
I don't know if he can reckless that or not. If he can, he'll have a reckless throw ready.
So just to get this straight, guys, we're staying up here, yeah?
I am.
We're
think
at the-
we
we're-
just jumped.
Yeah, we're at the top of a tower that's tilting now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are wearing the cloak,
Yeah.
so we fall at 60 feet or something. That's an imperial measurement, in case you're wondering. And don't take full damage.
Yeah, don't take
Basically a
damage.
featherfall spell.
Yeah.
Just with no time limit attached to it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking of which, the thing that was Ichondria, were they wearing a cloak? That's good. And a sudden, oops, forgot to check that.
No, they're toast. It's flat toast, pancake toast. They're visceral
Sunny
on the roof. Part of it's on the roof, part of it's on the street below. Yeah.
And we'll take leather
The
windows
tower,
closed.
the tower continues to tilt. You are fools. The booming voice continues to chastise you. Yeah.
My parent will just shout, "No, you're a fool."
Okay. The tilt now of the tower is now probably bordering about 15 degrees or so. It's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable for standing on.
Right, guys. You see that? No, actually, no. Yeah, we're gonna stay and fight. Param is up for it.
And Mr. Hill, you are now falling, having been thrown considerably far. You are now falling down. The tower is now about 20 degrees, as you see. Look behind, and it's now gaining momentum. The tower is approaching.
Is it coming towards me or going away from me?
It's coming towards you.
Okay.
It's speeding up. You guys are finding it really difficult to stand up at this point. It's now gone to about 30 degrees.
Right, Param will rush over to the edge of the tower, keeping grip as best he can. Right. Now, how far has Mr. P. Hill fallen in that time?
Well, we're pretty far, so he's probably about halfway toward the ground.
Oh, right, that's okay. Right. Realizing this, Perrin goes, "Yeah, he's a lost cause," and goes and stops.
The tower continues to move. It's now at 45 degrees. It's about that. Oh, well, it's about that. And then with a sudden lurch, when you hit the ground, Mr. Hill, What do you do?
What way is gravity currently pulling?
That way. Down. It continues to move and move. It's now almost too much to hold on, and you hear screams from houses. You hear screams, and you actually watch people beginning to slide down the street past you. Although all of you on top, can I get a dex saving throw from you, please?
So if I was to launch the ball, it would be heading away from everything.
In theory, you could try that. Yeah, you can give it a shot. You can certainly try. Panrin, you fall off. You're now floating down towards the ground.
Yep.
Which is moving. The rest of you hold on. What are you thinking there?
Well, just generally kind of launch the ball in a straight off the rock fashion as I can. Because, like, seeing as we're like probably approaching pretty close to,
As soon as you throw it,
horizontal.
as soon as you throw it, as soon as your hand lets go, the ball stops in the air. The second your hand leaves it, you go like this and it just stops dead. The only way it's moving is by you holding it. The city continues to tilt. Can I get another saving throw from all of you who are still atop the tower?
Is this an effect I can essentially see through, yeah?
Yeah, you can see it, yeah.
Danger sense advantage. Thank God.
Good job for that. Sora, you now slide off, you can't hold on, and you begin your descent towards the ground, which is looking very, very steep at this point. The ground beneath the tower is all, now you can start to see a large amount of cloud.
So as I pass the orb, the fire that Mr. P. Hill had left stationary in the air, I want to try to thorn whip it, so
Okay.
I can grab it myself.
So you land next to, or you land close enough. Let's, for the sake of this, given that Mr. Hill was throwing, so he's a bit further ahead of you.
I'm so sorry. Like, he's already landed when he tried to throw it, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, never mind. Yeah, so see, he's like.
Yeah. He's a
in
bit
front of
further.
it
But you can
anyway.
see
Right,
him. You
yeah,
can
yeah,
see
sorry.
him, and you
Yeah.
can also see people beginning to slide down towards the edge. The tower is now fully about to approach a vertical, and you see bits of houses and rubble falling. You see roofs collapsing and colliding down into the clouds, and then you hear a voice, "You fools!" like roaring at you, but it sounds weaker. One last attempt from all of you.
Is there a nice kind of ramp that it would take me clear of everything?
That sounds amazing. There is a loading bay for a house. There's a fallen bit of roof, let's say, that leads you up onto a roof. A bit of roof from the other house on the other side of the street's fallen down. It's landed against it. You can run up that onto the roof of the house, and then you could jump off.
And that jump would take me
Clear.
just into thin air.
Yeah.
And falling
Into the clouds
beyond
and lightning.
everything.
Yeah.
Perfect. We're going for it.
Whoa.
You just jumped off the whole city, did you?
Yeah.
So you grab it, you run up this fallen bit of roof, you get to the top, and you sprint off, and you just look at the clouds.
Yep.
at the clouds. And you fall and fall and fall. And as you do, the city begins to right itself. As you fall, turn round, look back, you see the city slowly returning back.
So are we evening out now, are we?
Ever so slightly. But that's not where the story is.
Or where's this fire right now?
The story in the fire is with Mr. Hill.
Oh, he's got it on him, has he?
Mr. Hill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Hill. You wake up in a cave. You can clearly see light coming from the cave mouth. As you walk out, you are met by bright, almost blinding sunlight. As your eyes adjust, you see you are standing on a small stone overreach, looking out over a verdant and green valley, teeming with plants and animals you've never seen. In all your life, you've never seen this much space. As you gain your bearings, you hear a voice just to your side. A large dragonborn male wearing a cloak embroidered with cryptic symbols approaches you. He says, "Welcome back to the world. I'm sure we've got much to talk about."
Where am I?
You look up and around. You see the clouds parting. Above you, a large chunk of rock is slowly descending, the clouds and storm above dissipating. There's a slight look of concentration on the face of the Dragonborn as he looks in your direction. Then he says, "You and your friends have done well. Now, can I get you a nice cup of tea?" And that's where
Who are you?
that is where we will end the adventure.